according to weather forecast today, tomorrow, and day after 3 days, it's hot. Then it's going to get a little cooler. Usually it's always like this. Few days hot, few days cool, few days hot. That was, yeah. It's never constant hot, 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 all the way hot. It's never like, weather is always up, down, up, down. Unpredictable. Yeah. The weather is teaching us something. We can take it as it's teaching us patience and our Nyungne endurance, dehydration, endurance, and all those things. So we are Nyungne practitioner, and we should think Chenrezig is challenging us. Right? And then we tell ourselves, whatever it is, I'm going to totally let me go. Me-ness, I-ness. Yeah. It's very interesting. Like when I was using Gong, the idea is to try and kind of go deep inside. Deep. And as deep as you can, kind of, Then totally let it go. Yeah. That's the idea of dedication, an idea of completion stage of deity yoga as well. In a completion stage, when you go deep, your deity, and then you dissolve in the heart center and go deep, deep. Totally let it go. You know what it really is? Deity yoga training is, it's a training to transform birth and death, ultimately speaking, We have birth and creation yoga has different types of creation yoga based on 4 different births that, samsari beings come into being. You have womb birth, egg birth, and then heat and moisture birth. And the last one is called spontaneous birth. So you have these 4 different types of birth, Based on that, 4 different types of creation yoga. Yeah. And yeah. Womb birth is the most elaborate one. Seed, all these little step by step, lotus, moon, seed, this, that, and so on. It's all, it really is womb birth process, this purifying, this samsaric process of birth, old age, illness, and death. Completion stage is death. It's so interesting, huh? So idea and completion states is you go deep, 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 deep inside and let it go. If you can successfully let it go, you can become free. It really is like, Yeah, usually. But you have to be able to perfect the deity yoga practice, right? Perfect concentration is necessary. Yeah. It's been said that if you want to really achieve like Buddhahood, you have to perfect deity yoga. Completely master deity yoga practice. If you didn't master, then it's not going to happen. You may have a profound realization, profound understanding, but you're not going to be Mahasiddha. Story slightly. So, yeah. And then deity yoga, the creation aspect is not the only one. Completion aspect is only when 2 combine together, then it's perfect, Yeah. It's been said that creation yoga alone, if you master that part of the creation yoga alone, Any siddhi, all the way to the top of samsara, can be achieved. Yeah, but it's super mundane siddhi, not enlightened siddhi. But only when you master the completion stage practice properly, then that enables you to receive the enlightened siddhi. Yeah, siddhi of enlightenment only comes together. So generally, creation, completion, understood as, first one, skillful mean and wisdom. Skillful mean wisdom is missing, then, you could be perfect in samsara, but enlightenment is not going to happen. But then on the contrary, just wisdom side only and without skillful mean, then it will be a general nirvana, like arhat's nirvana. That's the other, kind of. So that's why in Mahamudra prayer you have perfect fruition is twofold benefit, which is beyond samsara and nirvana. It's just, that's the Buddhist and Bodhisattva state. It's neither samsara nor extremes of nirvana. Yeah. Meaning, arhathoods and others where you have inactive state of mind, peacefully, quite beautifully, but it's inactive state of mind, one extreme, another, like that. So, prayer and practices. So you'd always, this is the thing, balance between skillful mean and wisdom in every practice. Yeah. This is the most important thing that you cannot miss that, any practice. All that has to have these two balances there. Yeah. So skillful mean, wisdom, Essence of skillful means is compassion. Compassion is essence of skillful mean, Yeah. Yeah. And then essence of wisdom is understanding the truth. You can say it, emptiness, nature, phenomena. Yeah. But that's first step though. Emptiness, nature, Yeah. Yeah. If you didn't study a lot of Buddhist teaching, you may get a little confused about all these different doctrines and so on and so on. Ultimately, correct view what is the true absolute state of our mind. That's that's the correct view. So first correct step is understanding emptiness nature of your own mind. See? But mind is not just empty though. It's very clear, luminously clear, That's aspects is there too, Yeah. And then it also has a sharp penetrating awareness. These are different aspects of the mind, So you have to have understanding. Yeah. Actually, ultimately, correct view really is union of that, Clarity, clear, sharp, vividly clear, and emptiness, union of that. Yeah, just empty alone is not completely correct, actually, like that. That's why many of these Madhyamika people, a lot of confusion. So if you don't have enlightened guru, you're not gonna understand correctly emptiness teaching either. So it's really like, yeah. So if you go deep, 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 let go. Yeah. When you completely let it go, whatever remains is your true self. Kind of understand? Yeah. Yeah. Meaning this conceptually fabricated stuff, junks. Everything is junk. That's the one thing. Layers and layers of junk there is. You know, yeah. There's a natural junk, that habit from time without beginning, and then there's a fabricated addition on top of natural junk, fabricated junk. And these are like theories. Sometimes you can call it some religious dogmas and so on. These are fabricated junk, and you see, so then ultimately you have to let go of everything. So I really, yeah, yeah, very interesting, you know. It's very interesting. There's some kind of very, very fine balance, your state of mind, very fine-tuning state of mind, balance. This is where words that I've mentioned to you, like Machi Glabdin says, relax, relax. But she also used words, watch vigilantly. You remember I was saying watch, but not just watch, but watch vigilantly. Relax, relax, and watch vigilantly. So it's kind of together in some kind of fine balance. Every now and then train yourself like that. Yeah. It's been said that actually training like this, even for a fraction of a second, is very, very precious like that. So remind yourself to train every now and then your own true nature of mind, that which is beyond conceptual fabrications and elaborations. Yeah, like that. So, yeah, I guess that will do for today. Then, anybody have any question? No? Okay. What question?
You mentioned being under the domain of the Bodhi tree in Mahamudra prayer and things like that. I wonder are we under the domain of the Bodhi tree? Are we under the Bodhi tree right now? Because we're here doing practice. How do we find the Bodhi tree? We got to go to that
What?
place.
Bodhi tree?
Bodhi tree, yeah.
What?
In Mahamudra prayer, it says, may we come under the domain of the Bodhi tree.
No, it's not in the Mahamudra prayer. Result practice. What is your question?
I'm just wondering if we're under the domain of the Bodhi tree. We're under the Bodhi tree when we're doing
The example, Buddha demonstrated perfection under the Bodhi tree. That's what it's saying. You got to read that properly. Okay. Jen, you have question? I can't hear your French accent. I'm joking. What did she say?
She hasn't started. She's starting. You want me to ask what they can say? What difference does the guru make? Yeah. So people who train in meditation without Buddhist philosophy and teaching, what qualities of the mind do they realize, and then what difference does the guru make in terms of what does the guru help them to realize the qualities? Is it like sharpness, clarity?
Well, fundamental difference maybe is your goal, aspiration. Aspirations go in Buddhism. Your goal is Buddhahood. Refuge and Bodhicitta. So even you do little mindfulness meditation, breathing in and out, you say, I'm going to do this. You see, I'm going to do this to achieve Buddhahood for the benefit of all being. So your little breathing meditation becomes a cause for that, ultimately. Okay, that's the main difference. So non-Buddhist, if you just do, then whatever, if you achieve certain stability, focused mind, stability, mind, absence of neurotic emotions, really achieve peace, depending on where you are. You can go into many different state of mind. You know, there's all these higher God's realm status. You can have some 16, 17 different types of meditative state within the samsara, you know. And then these higher ones is the four formless realm meditation. They're even superior. These are all different state of mind, cause different state of, you know, different meditative state of mind, result meditational. You know, how do you say result those meditation cause meditational stage, God's realm, different realms exist like that. So for non-Buddhists, that's actually what it is. Yeah. No real refuge, no bodhicitta, no matter how peaceful, no matter what kind of peaceful state of mind and clear state of mind you achieve, you're not going to achieve Buddhahood. Let alone, you're not going to be out of samsara yet. That's the thing. That's really fundamental difference. Yeah. Yeah. You see, when Lord Buddha came and demonstrated perfection, and he initially followed two sages, you know, and then he could see they had reached the highest point in samsara, but they're stuck there. You see, it's like that. Yeah.
You just shine forth through the ports of unceasing compassion or something.
Empty essence, yeah. Nakedly. This unity is the unerring supreme path, it says.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Compassion is skillful mean. And the essence of the compassion is emptiness, you know, naked. So when both understand, come together, then it's together.
You express perfect compassion with perfect emptiness arise at the same time.
Yeah, when you have compassion, like Mahamudra practice says, then wisdom will be automatically there. Yeah. You don't need to worry about compassion, wisdom, this, that. Now, whatever prayer practices you do, it's enlightened beings design this. It's perfectly designed in a way it's harmoniously together. All practice. If you follow correctly, then it's perfectly designed. Yeah. Okay, my dear, there's behind you, there's one question. What did she say?
Save it. She's going to save
Okay. All right, then we take a break.